Hello, Mackenzie. I wanted to provide you with some feedback on your project. And because there are a lot of things that I need to cover, I would prefer to do it in the form of a video. And I'm hoping that it's okay with you. I'm looking at your trial balance, and this is the columns that show your unadjusted. And as I go through, I want to first make certain that all of the accounts and their balances are correct. I'm noticing here that your cash is a little bit too high. So you need to go back and see how, when you transferred your transactions from over to the from the T accounts to the trial balance, see if there are some debits that are not that shouldn't be there, or credits that are missing. Because this number looks like it's about maybe 13,000 too high. Also, when I go down, I'm looking also at the credits, and so far I'm seeing a couple things. One, the revenue is too high. The revenue is only 3 months, and it looks like you've got maybe 20,000 more. There's got to be a relationship between these two transactions. I don't know. I need you to investigate that. But it looks like maybe you put in a transaction or two for revenue that's too much. I'm going to look at your journal entries again, and your journal entries, from what I can see, don't look like they're wrong. So it looks like it just may have been the issue of you transferring it from your journal entries to the T accounts. So if you could check those two, because those are the two areas I think are absolutely requiring some adjustment, which would bring your trial balance in balance. Number two, I'm noticing the transactions on your adjusted entries. Your interest expense calculation looks very, very good. Very happy about that. But with your insurance, however, you should be recording 2 months worth. This only looks like 1 month. So you need to fix that. Now, when it comes to your baking supplies expense, this is what you need to do. Okay, you need to take, looking at your trial balance, and I don't see anything wrong with these numbers here. So let's take the 18,005. If you have 18,005 and it tells you that you only have 1,100 left, your adjustment should be 17,004. So we need to change that. And the same be true here. If you just take your balance, or your recorded balance, which is about 600, I think. Let me go back and check what you got here. Office supplies. Give me a minute. Yes, $600. There you go. If you take your recorded balance of 600 and subtract what's left over, which is 50, your difference is going to be a little bit different from what you have here. So take 600, subtract what you have. Your balance should be, this number should be your adjustment, not 250. So if you make those three changes here, here, and here, your adjusting entries should be, you should be able to transfer them over to the trial balance without any issue. The other areas that you need to check are these two. So it's not as bad as it seems. You have essentially 4 areas that you need to correct. Your cash account's too high, your bakery sales is too high, and they both seem to be too high by the same amount or very close. So there's got to be a relationship there. Okay, it doesn't like my entry here. Let me see. I'm going to do it on my computer here. Let's see. But if you just take and look at those transactions, you should get an idea of what's going on. So I think there's a relationship between the two. I'm going to put it here just to see if I can find out what my difference is. Yeah, it looks like it's 16,000 off. Don't know why. And this here looks the same. I take this number here and I subtract 18,000. So there is a couple things that's going on here. I would say that there's a couple transactions that you may have recorded twice, possibly, but check those two, because clearly these two accounts are all very close in number, in dollar amount. Also, I am looking at, let me see, there's another account here that looks a little strange. Let me see, let's make sure. Yeah, that looks like it might be it. Yeah, it looks like miscellaneous expense looks good. Accounts receivable looks good. Yeah, that looks like it. So if you could go back to your T accounts, which are right here, and look at the transactions, because there may very well be something here that could be throwing you off. And this one here looks like it might be what's throwing you off, but I don't know for sure. I think you should take a look. So take a look at all of your revenue transactions. And I'm highlighting them for you just to give you an idea. Those revenue transactions, make certain that they are consistent with your journal entry because they look like they might be throwing things off here. Also, just verify your ending balance, your transactions on your on the credit side of your cash account. Now let's look at your revenue. Your revenue numbers look really high. So I guess if you think about it, there are only 3 transactions you need to look at. So check and see if these numbers are too high. This one here looks like it's right, but the last 2 don't look correct to me. So if you change those, you should very well be able to resolve your issue with your trial balance and your adjusting entry, so that will allow you to proceed forward. Let me know if you have any questions. Your workbook looks pretty good. You just have a couple things I think that you need to address before going forward with preparing your financial statements. I hope this video is helpful to you, and if you have any questions, please let me know.